you so far this spring? What would sort of be your self-assessment or self-evaluation now that you're the guy at that spot?
It's good to be the guy. It's good the added pressure of not having Winslow here to guide me through it and stuff like that. It's nice to get back into football and not lifting and actually doing the stuff that I'm here to do. So it's been good. It's a bit tough punting in the indoor and having the roof a little bit too low for me, but other than that, that gives me a good gauge of how I'm going. And just keep hitting the roof and keeping coach happy.
Are Narduzzi and Powell even tougher on you now that Ryan's gone?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It's pretty obvious what your role is.
Yeah, now that I'm the guy they can be angry towards, so that's all good. But no, that's okay. I'm enjoying the pressure and it makes me work harder and makes all the things that I do with more emphasis and stuff like that.
Saw Jordan talking to you a little bit there. What's that relationship like, and what has he kind of meant to you?
He's pretty much more a friend than anything else. I've known him for years now, so it's good just to have a chat. And then, given the fact that he's a Steelers punt as well, just if I have any problems or had a bad day at practice, I can always ask him what do you think about this? And it's good to get a few tips here and there from someone who's a professional. So
I don't think I've seen him down here other than today this spring. I mean, did you sort of tell him to come down today or ask him to come down and see you?
I think now that he doesn't have anything to do with the season off, he's getting a bit bored at home, so I think he's just coming down to give himself something to do and watch me. So yeah.
Were you part of that pro kick?
Yeah. So Jordan was one of the first students at pro kick, and then a couple of years later I did it, and that's where I met Jordan initially. He came back to train in Australia with my coach Nathan Chapman, and when I was initially starting the program, he was getting ready to come back and fight for the Steelers job. So that's where I met him. And then, funny enough, when I got my offer at Pitt, I go, Jordan, I'm going to be right next door. So there you go.
What about the progression at holder for you? Have you been working at that?
Yeah, definitely been working at it, and it's still just a work in progress now, getting the whole operation going and getting Kessman comfortable with the whole me holding and not having Winslow, because having Winslow there was someone he could trust entirely. He'd been doing that position. He was a starter for 3 years and then into the Kessler season, so now getting used to the whole new operation is just something we're going to take the whole year to work out, and hopefully by the season starts we'll be perfect and fluid.
Do you have just as much nerves about holding as you do about punting?
Not really, no. It's all sort of the same. Once you're in that actual situation, it's easy to just sit down and lock in. I think it's more you stress about it outside of practice and you think what can I do to work on it and get better in my own time. But once you're down there and you call the cadence, it's time to work.
Kind of a weird. Is it different for you as a kid who maybe didn't grow up just catching footballs and catching passes like some other dudes do when they step into being a holder?
Yeah, a little bit. It's weird just being down there and I know just calling the cadence out. I've never thought I'd have to be vocal on the football field, but now I do. It's everyone told me to put on an American accent when I call the right okay. So now I try and do that with a little bit of a thing in my voice.
Is it even in your lifetime has been more? When did you first thinking about American football in your life? Did you ever dream you'd be doing? Was there a point in your life where it seems like more and more around college, NFL?
Yeah, not college football and American football in general is not very big in Australia. And I was saying to the boys actually the other day, maybe watching the Adam Sandler movie The Longest Yard might have been my first exposure to American football. And it's funny enough, just thinking about it and dreaming about it, and then 2 years later after practicing and training I'm actually here. It's kind of like a dream's come true, and I have to pinch myself sometimes to just think appreciate what I've really got here and what a phenomenal experience this is all going to be and has been so far.
They have you on the jugs machine catching passes. They
do that. Coach Narduzzi thinks he's a big punting coach, so he's always there helping, giving me tips and telling me what to do. So he's a big advocate for the jugs machine and thinks shooting that jugs machine as fast as possible at me is going to get me prepared to catch a snap. So if he's happy with that, getting better when I don't have to try and dock it, it's going to rip my head off. So yeah, but other than that, it's been pretty good.